Hello, hi. I can't believe that I am just doing this. I am very much someone who ready, fire, aim. You know that thing where if you think about it, you talk yourself out of doing something. So I've not done a YouTube live before. I do it all the time on my Instagram and on my Facebook, and I don't know why, considering it's the most popular social media sharing platform in the world. I've not done this before. So, um, this is very real. This is very unplanned. This is very authentic. Interruptions with snacks or general questions. Maybe the doorbell's going to go, the washing machine's going to go off. I don't have a professional mic. The sound might be a bit tinny, but here we go. I just thought, just do it, Joe. Just go for it. So, I wanted to come on here because I use YouTube where I need to load up videos for other content, but I've not really used it to introduce me or what I'm about and how I can help you. So, I'm going to do a bit of introduction about me and what I do. So my name is Jo. I live in just outside of Bristol in the UK. I'm a mum of two boys. I've got two boys, one's 9 and the other one's 7. And I'm married and I've got two cats. I used to work in an office. And actually, do you know what? I'm going to go back a little bit before then. So, with each of my pregnancies, I gained 3 stone in weight. And to put that into context, that's about 18 kg of weight with each of my pregnancies. And for anybody who has any weight gain, whether it's through pregnancy or because of pregnancy or not, when you are unhappy with that and you feel not yourself, it can really tend to take over your life. Just because you are withholding from joining in on events, or you're, having to delete every picture that's taken of you because you don't want any evidence, that whole kind of thing. And for me, I just didn't feel like myself. I was really self conscious. I knew that I was not the best parent. I knew that my relationship was being affected. My confidence was low. I wasn't wearing clothes out of joy. I was wearing them just to hide. So there were so many things that my weight, me being overweight, was impacting. And I knew that I needed to do something about it. And it took me a while to kind of get to that decision. I finally did, and it took a really long time, which is why I wouldn't recommend doing it the way that I did, because I did not know about the one-to-one diet when I was at my state of overweight. That's bugging me. I'm just going to pin that up there. So, fast forward. 4 years ago, little bit more than 4 years ago, I was given the opportunity to become a one-to-one diet consultant with Cambridge Weight Plan, and I didn't really know about it. I'd heard about the Cambridge diet, which is how the one-to-one diet came to be. So, a little bit of history about the diet. The one-to-one diet has been established for nearly 38 years. It was established by the name of a guy called Dr. Alan Howard, a biochemist. And essentially, he was in hospital settings working with consultants and surgeons, and they were faced with this issue where the patients who needed to be operated on were extremely overweight. And we know the risks are intensified for anyone who's overweight going into surgery. So they needed a way for the patients to lose weight quickly, safely, and effectively before they can have any of their procedures. So they worked, researched, medical research, tried, tested this formula and gave it to the patients in meal replacement products. So they formulated these products for the patients, and the results were staggering. Now, bearing in mind that these were given to patients who were going into surgery, they had to be of nutritional value. They needed to make sure, because they were given within the medical setting, that they had to be robust, they had to have the nutrition, and they had to be safe. So each of these products have a third of your daily nutrition requirements. So your vitamins, your nutrients, your supplements are all taken care of within the products. And each product, now in the range, we have got soups, bars, shakes, porridges, smoothies, bites, so many different products and so many different flavors. Each of those are roughly 200 calories. So we know that they've been tried and tested. We know that they've been medically researched, independently researched, from external companies not related to the one-to-one diet, because we wanted to make sure that the research and the data was independent. The success of the plan was so immense that they took the decision to put this onto the local and onto the open market, onto the consumer market. So they licensed it and made this diet available for consumers. Thus, the Cambridge diet was born. So many of you might have heard, back in the day, it was the shakes diet. It has evolved so much since then. So now we're going to fast forward a few years, and I became a consultant. It'll be May in 2019. And the reason why I became a consultant is because I wanted to help as many mums as possible who struggle to lose weight. When we become mums, as you do, you prioritize your kids, you prioritize your kids, your family, you put everyone else ahead of you. And especially when you're the first few years of being a mum, you're surrounded in this fog of, it's survival, it's making sure that you've got some kind of routine, that, are you winging it, are you not, you have no idea what you're doing. And then all of a sudden, when you kind of start to find your groove again, and you realize, after a few years, you've woken up and you just think, I've just let myself go. I just don't recognize who I am anymore. I'm not feeling great. I'm feeling really frumpy. I've lost my spark. I'm standing in the playground and, I've forgotten to take care of myself. And there are so many women in that situation where we just forget to take care of ourselves. We don't think it's a priority. We feel guilty if we want to take care of ourselves. And then we kind of like spiral, in this downward cycle of, feeling guilty, wanting to take care of ourselves, feeling like it's indulgent. But to what effect, and when we are miserable and when we are finding ourselves and we're recognizing these behavior patterns, that we are not including ourselves in family pictures, we make excuses not to go out, our intimacy with our partners are being affected, maybe our confidence at work, and just our purpose. What are we doing with our lives? And it's so much harder to get clarity around that when you're not feeling great. And I know what that feels like. I know what it feels when you've got a beautiful wardrobe and you really want to get in it, because those clothes make you feel good. They make you feel alive. They make you feel part of, who you were before you had kids. And that's important. There's so many times that we just lose our identity because we're just mum. And I know that from supporting so many women, we want to be more than just mum. We want to be ourselves again. We want to, be the person that our partner fell in love with, or be the person that we, admire years ago. And we've been there before, and we know that we can get there. We just need the support. And it's so difficult to do that on our own, because we've got everybody, who's pushing and pulling, that needing us, that we make sure that everybody else is fine. And what about us? So I am here as a one-to-one diet consultant to support you specifically on your journey. And there are there are 6 different steps within the diet plan. And each step has a slightly different kind of guideline. So there are some steps which we only focus on meal replacement plans. Maybe it's just that you just want to take food out of the equation, you want to see the weight come off, and then gradually you want to introduce food back into your plan, which is what the steps are designed to do. So maybe it is, focusing on that aspect, but then wanting to make sure that we've established a healthy eating plan using conventional food, making sure that we've got our frequency, our moderation, and that our calories are in line with what we should be having related to our BMR. So you and I, we would work through all of that together. It would start off by dropping me a message, having a little chat, having a consultation, me understanding what it is about you want. What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? Where are you now? What is your why? And our why is so important because that's the thing that's going to drive us. That's the thing that's going to really keep us focused. Because let's face it, there's always going to be temptations. There's always going to be people's opinions saying what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And being distracted could lead us astray. I am here to make sure that you've got your focus, your why, that is fully in frame so that when you are on your path to getting to your goal, you will achieve it in the best time possible. And, you know, the weight didn't go on overnight. It's not going to come off overnight. So it is that daily commitment of being disciplined and making sure that you do get to work. Because ultimately what you want to do is that, you know, summer's coming, maybe you've got a lovely holiday planned. The last thing you want to do is feel, you know what it's like when you're around the pool and you lie on the bench on the sunbed and you're having to grope for your sarong or towel because you don't want to get up because you're feeling so self-conscious. Like, it's so liberating to know that all the work that you put in now, whether it's a holiday or maybe, you know, a wedding, or maybe it's your health, it doesn't have to be an event related. Maybe you're really worried about how your health is being impacted and you know that it can be helped by your weight loss. And if that is really bugging you, and if you're worried about where you are now, and if you don't do anything about it, where will you be this time next year? If all of that is playing on your mind and you really want some help, and maybe you've tried other things and they're just not working, and you just give up too easily because you just haven't got that accountability, that is what I'm here for. So, if you'd like to find out any more information about the one-to-one diet, then please do let me know. I am a virtual consultant, which means as long as you are based in the UK, I can support you whether you are in Penzance or whether you're up in Scotland. It doesn't matter where you're based, I can get your products to you. I support you virtually over Zoom with weekly check-ins, with WhatsApp groups, so you're never without that support. And that is the role, my role of a one-to-one diet consultant. It is to get you feeling excited, motivated about losing weight. And then that all important, getting you to maintain your weight loss, because the success of a diet is only ever really judged on your maintenance. The losing the weight bit is the diet, and then the maintenance is lifestyle. Making sure that we've established a really healthy eating plan through lifestyle choices so that it's not a diet, we're not depriving, we're not resentful of things that we're missing out on, we're just being really mindful of moderation, and that's the key. So if you'd like to find out any more information, or maybe you'd like to try a sample pack. Now, for a very short amount of time, until stocks last, I have free sample packs that I can send out to anybody who's based in the UK. So if you would like the opportunity to try before you buy, then message me and I can send you a sample pack with our 4 most popular products. So I'm going to be doing a little more regular videos, and hopefully if anybody finds this of any interest, then please do like, subscribe. Make sure you share this. Maybe it's someone who you know, maybe it's someone who has been thinking about the diet. And I do a refer a friend incentive. You don't need to have done Plan With Me. So if you know anybody that's thinking about, oh, do you know what? I've been thinking about doing the one-to-one diet, send them my way. Once they have completed once they have purchased their 4 weeks on plan, then you get a £20 cashback. And it does not matter how many people you refer to me, that will always be withstanding as long as they purchase their first 4 weeks on Plan With Me. So any questions, anything you'd like to find out about the diet, please drop me a message, and yeah, you'll be hearing a lot more from me. Have a lovely Monday.